Let's go now to page 57 of lesson 3. The article, right? So take a look at this. Let me see if you can see it. I believe you can see it now. Just a sec. Okay. Call me a rentrepreneur, one of the growing ranks of Americans who are finding creative ways to make a quick buck by hiring out their personal belongings. There are now sites to connect people who want to rent out their cars, couches, personal services, dinosaur costumes, or clay pigeon launchers. For renters, the sites offers goods and services for a relative bargain. More than that, they're a chance to bypass corporate America at a time when corporate America is in the doghouse. Why endure long waits, high prices, and surly staff at your big box 2 rental counter when you can pick up Rob Badaker's electric sander for a song and go home with a smile? Some vocabulary here, right? So let's go by parts. Call me a rentrepreneur. Rentrepreneur is a made-up word, so it means this word doesn't exist. What exists is the word entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a guy who has a lot of money and he invests in business and different initiatives, all right? Now, the word rentrepreneur is just to mix entrepreneur with rent, okay? So he is a businessman that works with rent. Of course, he's being ironic because we use the word entrepreneur for, I don't know, important people, people with a lot of money, right? And he's just getting $12 here, $18 there, you know? Okay, so this is one of the growing ranks of Americans. Rank is like category, groups of people. One of the growing groups of Americans, so one group that is becoming bigger, are those guys who are finding creative ways to make a quick buck. A quick buck is like a fast money, all right? You don't need to enter a company, work for 30 days, and then wait for your paycheck. No, it's a quick buck. I need some money now. I will rent out my computer and I will have money by the end of the day to, I don't know, to buy the ticket to go to the movie theater. Okay. So they're quick buck by hiring out. Look, hire out is like rent. But when you rent, it can be two things. I can rent my cell phone to you, or I can rent your cell phone from you. All right. Now, this action here, it can be called rent out. Okay. When I rent to a person. So, for example, I have an apartment and I rent out that apartment, okay? Now, the woman that lives in my apartment, I think her name is called Jade. She rents my apartment, but she doesn't rent out or hire out. It's the same thing. She doesn't rent out the apartment. Or hire out the apartment. I hire out the apartment. She rents the apartment from me. Okay, so renting, hiring out their personal belongings, right? Remember, belongings are your possessions, right? So hiring out their things. All right? There are now sites to connect people who want to rent out, hire out, their cars, couches. Couch is where you sleep. on your bed, you know? Pedroso, for example, you can go to Pedroso, that is a couch store. All right. Oh, sorry. I'm confusing. Sorry. Couch is here is sofa. Okay. I think you can buy sofas at Pedro's, but I was confusing couches with mattresses. Okay. No, it's a couch sofa. Personal services, because remember in this site, you can hire not hire meaning rent, not only things but services as well. Dinosaur costume, we can see a boy there wearing a dinosaur costume, right? Clay pigeon launchers. Clay pigeon launchers is it's a very specific. I don't know. Some people, mainly, I don't know, in the United States, maybe they like to practice shooting. All right, they have a gun and they shoot. All right, and then there is a machine that throws some discs in the air. All right, so the discs are thrown in the air and the person shoots to try to hit the target. That machine is called clay pigeon launchers, right? For renters, the sites offer goods and services. Goods here, be careful. It's not good as, oh, very good. All right. Here, goods is like products. Okay. Products. So the site offers goods, products, and services for a relative bargain. Bargain is when you don't pay a lot for something. More than that, they are chance to bypass corporate America. When you bypass something, you avoid that thing. So, for example, imagine I'm going home and I will pass in front of John's house. But John is a very annoying guy, very annoying guy. And when I pass in front of his house, he starts speaking and never stops. So a good idea is to just bypass his house. I will go through another street so I won't pass in front of his house. Look, if I bypass corporate America, I will not make business with big companies, right? So instead of using, I don't know, Amazon, I'm going to buy a book from my friend. So I bypassed Amazon. I didn't use Amazon. Amazon is a part of corporate America, right? So they are a chance to bypass corporate America at a time when corporate America is in the doghouse. Look, let's imagine your dog is always with you at home, all right? But one day you put your dog outside in the doghouse. Why? Well, probably because your dog has done something wrong. So you look at your dog and say, bad dog, you're going to sleep outside. This is what the writer is saying about corporate America. A lot of people say that the companies, are destroying the other kinds of business and they're terrible and etc. So corporate America is in the doghouse because people believe they're bad companies. All right. So in a time when corporate America is in the doghouse, it's very nice to have another option. So you can bypass corporate America. Why endure? Endure is tolerate, mainly tolerate for a long time. So for example, a rally, okay, rally in Portuguese we say rally, right? A rally is an endurance race because cars and drivers, not only they have to be very fast, but they have to endure for a long period of time, like 3 days race, right? It's a 3-day race. Well, So why endure the long waits, high prices, and surly? Surly is like rude, okay? In a bad mood, like the waiters at Habib's. So why would you have to endure the long waits, high prices, and surly staff at your big box tool rental counter? Big box company is one of those huge companies, and tool rental counter is a company that rents tools. Okay, so why, you know, do that when you can pick up Rob Badeker's? Remember, it's the guy writing the article. Rob Badeker's electric sander for a song and go home with a smile. Look, for a song means for very little money, okay? For, you know, almost nothing compared to the corporate America, okay? Very nice. A big and challenging paragraph. Now I'm going to propose some exercises. Look, the first oh yeah, first of all, please read, okay? Pause the video and read. Second, the questions. Let's go. According to the writer, what is one of the growing ranks of Americans? Pause the video and answer. Next, in your opinion, what is a nice way to make a quick buck? Third question, what kind of belongings would you hire out, and what kind of belongings you would no way hire out? Next question, have you ever been to a costume party? If yes, what was your costume? Next question. I don't know. Do you think it's a good idea to bypass exercises? You know, like homework and etc. Why or why not? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, next question. How much? I don't want a number, okay? I want an expression. How much will you pay if you want to rent Rob Badeker's Center? Very nice. So let's go to the next paragraph. There's a virtue in this business too. Part of a post-recession shift from a throwaway society to a new economy of reuse. And the cash does come in handy. My wife and I, both writers and editors, make a decent income for now. But why not make a little extra scratch on the side for our daughter's college savings? Or a remote control pool shark. I can always recoup the money by renting the shark out later. Well, there is a virtue. When you have virtue, you have a good characteristic. For example, if you tell the truth, it's a virtue. If you are courageous, it's a virtue. So there is a virtue in this business. So what is the good characteristic, the good moral characteristic of this business? Well, the good moral characteristics of this business is this. There is in America, according to the author, right? There is a shift. Shift is change. America is changing. America was something, and now it is changing, shifting to something else. What was America and what is America becoming? America was a throwaway society. A throwaway society is like this. Well, my TV is not working so well, so I will buy another one. I will throw this in the garbage and buy another one. All right. So, like cars in the United States, it's until today, it's very common that people don't pay a lot to fix their cars. They just throw the car away and buy another one. So, this is a throwaway society. And now it's becoming, according to him again, an economy of reuse. What is an economy of reuse? It's an economy that you use and you use again. And if it breaks, you fix and then you use again and again. Economy of reuse. And the cash does come in handy. Keep in mind that does is just to emphasize when we use do, does, or did in affirmative, we are just emphasizing. Okay, so the expression is the cash comes in handy, emphasizing the cash does come in handy. When something comes in handy, something is useful and appropriate for that situation. So, for example, if I'm trying, I don't know, if I'm making soup, having potatoes comes in handy. Maybe it's not the best example, but let me try something else. Oh, I'm trying to organize all of my books. Okay. And then Peter came in handy. Exactly the moment that I needed somebody because it's too much work. Peter came. So Peter came in handy. So the cash does come in handy because, well, I want to go to the movies tonight and I rented out my dinosaur costume. I have that cash exactly for the movie that I wanted to go to. So the cash came in handy. My wife and I, both writers and editors, make a decent income. Remember, income is the money you get. That's why, imposto de renda, we say income tax, right? Okay, so we make a decent income. It means that, well, we are not completely rich, but we make some money, right? For now. But why not make a little extra scratch? Scratch is like this, right? Extra scratch. A scratch is like some extra money, small, little money. Imagine you cooked some very good food like brigadeiro, all right? Okay, you put it in the plate and you ate all the brigadeiro and you want more brigadeiro. And then you go there and you see the pot. The pot has some brigadeiro you left there. So you get a spoon and you start scratching, right? To get that extra brigadeiro. So that's why, this extra money we call scratch. Okay, so they make some extra money on the side besides their official profession to do what? To their college, their daughter's college, right? Remote control push shark, you can see a picture there, right? That's exactly what it says, all right? Recoup is just another way to say recuperate. In other words, get back, all right? Recoup. So let's get some questions answered here. First of all, read this passage. Second, oh, there's one word I didn't explain. Post-recession, because there was a crisis, a big crisis, a recession in 2008, if I'm not wrong. And according to the guy, American society is changing after, the recession. So the question, what do you think about income tax? Because in Brazil, you can pay from 17% of your salary up to 27, if I'm not wrong. What do you think about income tax? Next question. Imagine I am trying to save money to buy something very important. So tell me, what comes in handy? Remember, I'm asking you, what would be useful, appropriate, fitting for this, right? For saving money to buy something important. An extra job, for example, would come in handy. Okay. Very nice. My wife and I, both writers and editor, make a little scratch. Okay. Ah, no, I'm asking you questions. I thought I was explaining. Um, so my next question is exactly this. How can you make some extra scratch? Very nice. So let's continue. I kick off my experiment with our most prized possession, an old camping trailer we park on the side yard of our rented 3-bedroom bungalow. I created an account at Airbnb.com, a San Francisco based company that matches travelers with hosts. I list our trailer for $45 a night. If you want to see bungalow, just go back to the first page. You will see a picture of a bungalow, a house like that in that style. We call bungalow. Well, so what else do we have here? Ah, okay. Kick off is the same thing as start. Okay. I kick off my day drinking water, and after that coffee. So remember, we call kickoff because in soccer the beginning of the day we call kickoff. All right. So I kick off my experiment with my most prized possession. Prized is something that you think is really precious, really important, right? So my most prized possession is my computer or my cell phone or my car, all right? So what is his most prized possession? An old camping trailer we park on the side of our rented yard. Yeah? We have there the camping trailer, a picture there. And remember, matches travelers with hosts, right? So I want to rent out my house and the traveler wants to rent my house. So this website matches. Right? Very nice. So again, let's practice. First of all, read this passage. Next, how do you kick off your day? Next question. What is your most prized possession? Next, what does Airbnb do? Next, where is Airbnb based? Very nice. So, last paragraph of that page. Almost immediately, I get a request from a user named Lian. However, by the time Lian and I talk, I've already received another offer from a guy named Ethan B, who has 3 positive reviews and whose profile says he likes tech, startups, and food. I accept Ethan's offer and I chalk up $184 in the plus column. Airbnb takes a 3% cut and mails me a check once he arrives at my house. Let's go by parts. Almost immediately I get a request from, okay, a request is like asking to do something, right? So a request there, request to talk. However, by the time in talk, I've already received another email from a guy named Ethan B, views, profile, like your Instagram profile, right? he likes startup in food. Okay. I accept the offer in chalk up. Chalk up here is just a way to say write, okay? Because chalk, when you have a blackboard, not a whiteboard, because on a whiteboard or a glass board, you use a marker. I don't have a marker here. No. But, a marker for the board, right? They're usually blue or red or black, right? But on a blackboard, then you don't use a marker. You use chalk, that is usually white. So when you chalk up $184, you write $184. Now look, if you have control over your expenses, you're going to have two columns. You have the plus column and you have the minus column, minus, right? So the plus column, I put, for example, my paycheck, the money I get renting out my stuff, private classes, I don't know, the money my mom gives me. So all of that is in the plus column. In the minus column, things that I spend. For example, electricity, um, I don't know, school for the children, that kind of thing, right? So you have the plus column and the minus column. Of course, the guy received $184, so he will chalk up, write with a chalk, figuratively, $184 in the plus column. Keep in mind here, Airbnb takes a 3% cut. A cut is like a percentage. It's part of whatever. For example, in this case, the money, right? Once he arrives at my house is the same thing as when he arrives at my house. All right, so read the text, pause the video and read the text. Okay, so when I say the text, of course, the last paragraph I read. Okay, so my next question is, what happened right after the writer posted his trailer to be rented? Next one. Why does he chalk up $184 in his plus column? All right, so I will end this video again because of the page. Next one, we'll go to the next page.